For me, there are three things that every organization should think about. The first part is the mindset. Is the C-level team, the management committee ready to really make the change and to drive digital transformation? So that's number one. Mindset is crucial. The second part is the mandate. Whom in the organization will take up the role, or what team will devote their time to driving digital innovation inside the business? And the third part is the means. What are the resources that you have, both in time, in people and in money, to actually drive the transformation? And I think if you have those three elements, means, mindset, mandate, then I think you're in a good spot to make the transformation successful. I think the most modern approach today to think about transformation in a digital world is to work with the ecosystem around you. I think the future is coming too fast at us to do everything by ourselves. A good case is Microsoft. If you look at Microsoft, the previous CEO, Steve Ballmer, was very closed. I still remember that when the iPhone came out, that he said over my dead body that we will ever have an app from Microsoft on the iPhone. And Microsoft was getting into decline. And then with the arrival of the new CEO, Satya Nadella, they turned that mentality around and they fully bet on partnerships. So he's working together with the ecosystem, both with big players, startups, and developers. And I think that's the right approach. So I would advise every company to think, how can we work together with other players and how can we do this together? I think smaller companies are probably in a better spot than big companies because it's very hard to turn around a mothership. A mothership is very stable, creates a lot of value, but it's very hard to change course. Whereas smaller organizations are often speedboats on the water, they're more agile, they have more speed, they can more easily turn around. So I think smaller organizations should be in a better spot than bigger companies. Because it's not just about the money you invest, it's the way how you invest it and the mentality that you have. And I would assume that smaller companies have less hierarchy, can act faster, so I think they're in a better position. I think the main challenge is the mindset and not keeping up. I think companies should take the lead as soon as they can. And you see that a lot of companies are doubting too much, waiting too long, and technology is catching up very fast. Today, we see that there is a new paradigm shift happening, and that paradigm shift is called AI. I think every company right now should really think how AI will impact their business. Both the operational model of the business model in itself, and then also the staff that they have, because this is one of the biggest revolutions that I have seen in my 15-year career looking at technology. So that's for me now the main risk, that companies will wait too long and we're facing the biggest shift that we have ever seen in terms of technology. I think the future of digital transformation is probably the transformation of digital, which I think is interesting. It's a quote that I saw from somebody working in innovation in a media business. And I think that person was very right. We've seen that traditional businesses had to step up, had to change. But now we see that really the internet and digital as we know it is completely transforming. We are moving from a 2D internet, which was commodity driven, to an immersive internet, which is much more experience driven. If you think about the gaming worlds, if you think about the metaverse, you will see that we will live on the internet in completely different manners. Then there is also virtual reality and augmented reality. So I'm very curious what Apple will announce probably in June with their augmented reality headsets. And I think we will go through a full transformation on how we experience the internet. Then there are things like the blockchain, which has enormous power, and as I told before, the AI world. And I think all of these things will be combined with each other. And I'm super curious to see how that will transform the next 10 to 15 years.